While the build already looks much better than at the beginning of the course, we still need to put all the components in their proper places. In the previous chapter we wired everything together, but here I'll briefly repeat the process and show exactly where each component goes inside the chassis. I connect the servo, the EC, and both cooling fans into the lowest channels of the receiver. Next, I place the receiver onto this compartment. This pocket was designed to protect the receiver and wires from moisture and dust. Simply place it inside. Then take the lid that closes this compartment. Before securing it, bend the wires neatly and tuck them inside. The lid has two openings, one in the front and one in the back, to route the wires through. Once everything is arranged, secure the lid with 3 8mm screws. Make sure no wires interfere with the steering mechanism, it must move freely. Now let's take the battery holder and the 4 support pillars. Each pillar uses a single 8mm screw to attach to the battery holder, so let's secure them one by one. Next, mount the battery holder itself. It attaches using 4 8mm screws. The first screw is a little tricky, but the rest are much easier. By the way, the battery holder has built-in cable guides to help route the wires neatly. Let's run some of the cables through them. You may have noticed this next part in previous videos, I forgot to explain it, so let me do it now. It's very simple. It has 4 slots for 8mm screws. The only challenge is that you need a long screwdriver to reach them. The one linked in the component list works perfectly. At this point all the inner components are complete. We have assembled the main chassis and installed every electronic component where it belongs. In the next chapter we'll start printing the outer body shells. Stay tuned, the car is really starting to take shape.